Gets me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Siblings going to school together can be a really interesting scenario. So this is what's happening in the Oddie house at the moment. So Harper, my youngest, has just started reception. Summer, her older sister, is in year 6. So Harper is applying a real heavy tag in the playground at recess and lunchtime.
It's a pretty big age difference.
Older sister, yeah.
Ooh, cramping the style.
Yeah, so like cane corn style, just like following her around the...
Cane corns on Sam Mitchell back in the day.
Yeah, that sort of vibe. And so it can make for an interesting dynamic because obviously the year 6 who runs the school just walks around high-fiving people like the Queen doesn't necessarily want her little sister in reception just following her around.
Real style cramper.
Yeah. So the stories that Harper is coming home from school and telling are fascinating and most of them don't make a lot of sense. So she came home the other day and she's like, Mum, you'll never guess what happened to Summer and I in the playground. And I was like, what happened, babe? And she goes, there was a fight. And I was like, okay, who was the fight between? And she said, us and all the boys. So it was like a real girls v boys situation. And I said, well, what happened? What was it over? And she said it was over the basketball courts and who wanted to use them. And I was like, right. So how did it go down? She said, well, at one point, the boys were chanting, rice, rice, rice. And I was like, what? What? The boys were chanting rice.
This is a strange thing to jump on board with.
Yeah. And she goes, I don't know. Ask Summer. So Summer comes home and I'm like, babe, what happened with the boys at lunchtime today? And she said, oh, yeah, so the boys wanted to use the basketball court and the girls wanted to use them. So the teacher said the girls can use them. So the boys were on the sidelines. And I said, well, what's this rice palaver? What were they chanting? She goes, no. She's like, we've got rights.
Rice. I too enjoy eating rice. It was a solid weekend for news.
Yeah.
Let's start with Port Adelaide, and they are in with the double chance, of course. They were almost locked into the top 4, but a home final awaits.
Whoa. Anyone who takes on Port Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval in a home final, look out, I reckon.
Talking to you, cats.
Yeah.
So what's probably going to happen is it'll be Thursday week at Adelaide Oval. So congratulations, double chance. And 2 home finals. If they don't go out in straight sets, they have a very good opportunity to go through to a grand final, at least win one of those prelims.
Jeez, it's a far cry from second.
Wait, what's going on? Second? Resign Ken!
Poor old Kenny.
2 months ago,
Yeah.
that's where people were yelling from the streets.
What
Can't it?
an interesting afternoon yesterday. Oh, what a ride for Carlton supporters.
Oh, I did like Michael Voss as well, tweeting Travis Boak and Ollie Wine saying, thank you very much, boys.
Oh, did he?
Appreciate that.
Oh, that's so
Said
good.
some funny things in the post-match press as well, but all of a sudden, Blues fans, you're lost and you're in.
Yeah.
So well done to Port.
Just Blues fans walking around with just just adding a bit of teal to their their normal colours.
Blues fans are celebrating after a loss. We did it!
Yeah.
We're going to win the grand final. Take this form into September.
Yeah. No, very interesting weekend in footy. Sad and disappointing end to the Crows season as well.
Yes, there's a lot of question marks as we look at producer Emily, who is a genuine Crows
No,
nut.
she's checked out. I refuse to call her a fan. I refuse to call that woman a fan anymore because she's not.
Yeah, you got to ride with the highs and lows.
Yeah. It's the very nature of being a supporter is you support your team even when they're losing.
I'm always supporting them, but this season it has been from very, 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 very far away.
You haven't got around the guy since 1998.
Yeah.
It's been far too long, producer.
2017,
In fact, I think
thank
were
you.
on board 2017, and that's what really broke
I
my
did a
heart, wasn't it?
12-and-a-half-hour road trip to Melbourne for that game.
And now
that go
you've
for
just fallen away.
12 and a half. Doesn't take 8 hours to get there.
Yes, Abby. For normal people, it does. That's another story.
Did you end up at Geelong? What
Look,
happened?
not to mention them, but we did a road trip upstairs with 5AA.
Yeah, right.
And so, the older people, not that good at driving, all that kind of
Wow,
stuff.
that's going to get back to Pembo.
Yes. How many times? Bob Pembo getting on stuff in toilet breaks.
Toilet breaks, other breaks.
Durry breaks.
So there you go. Port Adelaide's in a good spot. So is the Royal Adelaide Zoo.
Panda Watch.
Yes, apologies before. I tried to say sexless panda, but what came out was Sex Panther.
It's called Sex Panther by Odeon. It's illegal in 9 countries. It's made with bits of real panther, So you know it's good.
Sub story, I'm actually wearing Sex Panther right now.
Are you?
Watch out, ladies.
Oh my God.
Newsreader Abby, we've got a couple of new pandas.
We do. So put your paws together, guys, because we have 2 new pandas coming at the end of the year. So I'm going to get a little bit of help pronouncing these because I can't.
Yes.
no.
So is it first one, is it Yilan? Here we go. They've sent through some genuine ways on how to pronounce the names.
So the male, yeah. So we'll go female first. So the female, yes, Elan.
Elan, here we go.
Elan.
I'll say it like that.
As in Elon Musk.
So every time you say it as well, you have to say Elan like a question.
Yeah.
Elan.
Okay.
Elan.
And then you answer the question, Elan. And then this is the male. So let's get the pronunciation first.
Xing Chu. Xing Chu.
Sing Chu.
Sing Chu.
Sing Chu.
Lord.
Sorry, one more time.
Xing Chu. Xing Chu.
Sing Chu.
It has taken us the better part of a decade to realise that it's Wong Wong, not Wang Wang. So how the hell are we going to adjust as a society to these 2 new
And as, it
pandas in their
turns
names?
out, and as it turns out, the whole time when we were saying, hey, Wang Wang and Fernie, Wang Wang was like, how am I supposed to get aroused when you're calling me Wang Wang?
Yeah.
It's Wong Wong.
Yeah, I'm using my Wong Wong here.
Yes.
I think though, I mean, shout out to the media team at Adelaide Zoo. They've realised that it took us so long and we got it so wrong that they sent these out with the press release.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
So any word on whether these pandas will actually mate with each other? Or
Well, so Xing Chu is described, he's 3 years old, very docile with a lively personality, and meaning star autumn. So his birth season, the starry star was twinkling above on the night he was born. And then Elan is described as very playful and a very beautiful panda. So essentially she's going to use her looks to lure him, is
she's
what I'm
very
thinking.
flirtatious.
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
All right.
And her name's...
I've been
her-
employing that tactic for about...
Work for you.
Maybe...
Got 4 cubs out of Joe's.
Maybe maybe Jodie needs to give Elan and I can't even say it.
Just some advice.
Some advice.
There you go.
And
Watch
say,
this
look, I've
space.
done this 4 times. Here's my tips for you.
Here we go. Looking forward to getting 4 brand new baby panda girls.
Yes.
It'll be very interesting. So there you go. That's your latest. Hey, coming up next, so let's drop the first question for the 6:15 vending machine quiz. Some of the prizes as well, Joes.
Oh, my
I've
goodness.
still got my eye on this. The 5-course dinner at Kingsford, the Barossa's Oleana restaurant, valued over $600. That'd be nice.
Maybe we'll send the pandas down there to, have a romantic dinner.
See what happens. Or we could send them to the Valo Adelaide 500 Saturday after race concert series and just see what happens in the crowd.
Yeah, after 16 Bundy and Cokes.
Sometimes that stirs up some emotion.
Sometimes.
You've got a bunch of kids. Do or do they not absolutely go to war with each other?
Oh my God. Like, just get along. Can you please?
Well, as it turns out, and most siblings probably go to war with each other. And I remember when I was young with my sister, it got brutal sometimes.
Really?
She's 3 years older.
Right.
So there was a genuine physical barrier there as well, physically and mentally.
Did she beat you up?
Absolutely she did. To a pulp sometimes. She'd tie me up for days and days and days. And Mum and Dad used to be like, just trust the process. It's all part of it. Some good news though. Sibling rivalry may actually offer significant developmental benefits for children.
How is it helping?
It seems strange, doesn't it? A particular study suggests that the typical childhood arguments between siblings can play a crucial role in boosting social skills, expanding vocab, and fostering overall development, with younger siblings particularly gaining from these interactions.
Interesting.
It's hard to sort of gather how that could possibly help you. For example, when I was a youngster, and I'm the young one in my family, I remember my older sister convincing me that I didn't have a penis. What I actually have was a misshaped vagina. She had convinced me that I was a girl, and I just had a strange looking little thing. And I believed her for a while.
Your sister's name?
Sam.
Sam.
So Samantha, if you're listening, joke's on you. It's actually a penis. And it works. I got 3 kids.
That's so brutal.
It is really brutal.
Oh my God.
21 before I discovered.
21.
the truth. But how's that help me? How do those sort of feuds help me?
Like, imagine you being on the rookie list at the Swans and just being in the rooms and everyone's like, you know, just looking at you like you're normal and you're like, hang on, that's not a penis.
Yeah,
There's a misshaped vagina. What's wrong with you boys?
Hey, Goodsy, where are the women's change rooms?
Now that's a joke.
That was a joke.
That's a joke. That's a terrible joke.
I'm holding a giant needle. Inside that fluid, that murky-looking fluid, is humour. So who wants a little injection?
Oh, yes, please.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah, go on then.
Don't fight for it, ladies.
Go on, jab me.
There's plenty of humour to go round.
Humor.
The Monday morning joke off. Who would like to go first?
Do you want me to?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Set the tone, Abs.
Set the tone. Here's the tone. All right. I was at Bunnings over the weekend.
Yeah.
And so obviously the good old sausage sizzle.
Yeah.
Had to go and grab one. But I'm just wondering for you two, what condiments would you assume would be at a sausage sizzle?
Well, I would say tomato sauce.
Yeah, maybe barbecue sauce.
Okay. That's interesting because I thought good journalists weren't meant to reveal their sources.
What's the joke? That we're shit journalists? Or
I think so.
that makes sense.
I think so. And everyone's laughing except for our news directors.
Classic.
Except for
Don't
them.
reveal your sources.
Ah, got it.
Jazz, what do you got?
Mine's a bit of a
workout.
dad joke, but that's okay. Ready?
Yes.
What did the sushi say to the bee?
Oh, no.
What did
What?
the sushi say to the bee?
Wasabi!
Very dad
That
joke.
was so dad jokey.
Only I'm allowed to produce awful dad jokes like that because I'm a dad. All right, in that spirit, I might deliver my joke, which is very dad joke-esque. So a man went to see his doctor, and the doctor said to him, look, I have some bad news, and I've got some worse news for you. And so the man asked, well, okay, so what's the bad news? And the doctor says, well, you only have 24 hours to live.
Oh.
And the man's obviously shocked by this. And he says, oh, my God, that's terrible. And he says, well, wait a minute, what's the worst news? And the doctor says, well, I should have told you yesterday. I'm a dad of 3. I eat this stuff up.
That actually wasn't as daddy jokey as what I thought it would be. Yeah, that was quite good.
Bad.
Well, in celebration of dad jokes, we're going to do a little thing a little bit later on to celebrate Father's Day, purely involving dad jokes.
Oh, I love that.
And some epic prizes are up for grabs.
Wasabi, because it's a bee and it's sushi.
Do you get it? Do you get it?
Dad joke.
Hey, today, just put up with the dad jokes, okay?
Dad jokes. I'm talking about those dad jokes.
Yeah. Father's Day on Sunday. And kids, we want to help you spoil your dad.
Yep.
So, kids, if you've got a really bad dad joke, we want you to call us on 13 24 10 and just share it.
And it's definitely worth your while because the daily winner will receive a $200 Charlesworth Nuts voucher and a family pass to Wallace Cinemas, including popcorn and a drink if you don't mind.
If you don't mind as well, the winner on Friday, the big one, everyone who wins that goes in the draw for Ocean Bar and Kitchen restaurant voucher worth $500. That would be an unbelievable
Wouldn't
experience.
it be absolutely incredible? So, in order to set this up, we've enlisted the help of our good friend of the show, Gussie from Warradale. Hey, Gussie.
Hi, Jodie and Hazy.
Hi, Gussie. Yes. That's the energy we need to kick this off, Gussie. Have you got a good dad joke?
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, hit us.
All right. Why did the chicken go to the gym?
Why did the chicken go to the gym?
To work on its pecs.
That's good from you, Gussie.
Good man, Gussie.
Yeah, well done.
Very well played. That's what we're talking
I
about.
like that a lot. Okay, that is the standard that we have here. And on 13 24 10, if you can out Gussie, give us a call. We want to hear your dad joke.
Oh, so it's all about dad jokes.
Yep.
I'll give you one if you don't mind.
oh,
this
no.
is my sweet spot, I said.
Okay.
What did the 0 say to the 8?
What?
Nice belt.
It took a hot minute. There we go. That's cute.
13 24 10. Give us your best dad joke to potentially spoil dad for this Father's Day.
And does your dad love his nuts? Of course he does. Then give Charlesworth nuts this Father's Day because fresh nuts taste better.
All right, your best dad joke. Let's take it next.
Dad joke!
Hey, today, just put up with the dad jokes, okay?
Dad jokes. I'm talking about those dad jokes.
How do ghosts go through locked doors? with a skeleton key.
You need to stop now. Oh, my God.
Oh, it feeds my soul.
It
As a
does.
dad of 3,
It does.
hook it into my veins.
Yeah. Okay. So it's Father's Day this Sunday. So we want to help the kids out there spoil their dad. The daily winner is going to receive a $200 Charlesworth Nuts voucher and a family pass to Wallace Cinemas, including popcorn and a drink. What a prize!
Spot on.
All right. Let's go to Harrison from Upper Sturt. Hey, Harrison.
Hello.
Hello, buddy. How old are you?
10.
10. Okay. What's your favourite thing about your dad?
That he's loving and caring for me, and he also coached my football club.
Oh, does he?
Good on you, Harrison.
Is he a good coach?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he ever get mad at you?
A bit.
Can happen.
He doesn't try to compare you to Jason Horne-Francis or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's not a pushy dad, is he?
Yeah.
No.
Nah. Okay.
No.
Okay, that's good.
Harrison, hit us with your dad joke, please.
Why couldn't a skeleton climb up the mountain?
Why can't
Because he didn't have the guts.
Because he's a skeleton, Jones.
Oh, he doesn't have any
Nothing
guts.
else except for bones.
Oh, I get it. Harrison, that was epic. Well done.
Well done.
Oh, congratulations, Harrison. You've won that $200 Charlesworth Nuts voucher and you're off to the Wallace Cinemas with popcorn and a drink and a family pass.
Thank you.
You're
good on
so
you.
welcome. Oh, he's gone. Harrison's gone. What's your dad's name, Harrison?
Tim.
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 And
Okay.
He's very funny, Tim, isn't he, Harrison?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You have a magnificent day at school, Harrison. Thank you so much for calling up. Well done.
See ya.
Yeah, see you later.
Oh, because you didn't have any guts.
He didn't have any guts.
No.
Oh, from guts to nuts. Does your dad love his nuts? Then give Charlesworth nuts this Father's Day because fresh nuts taste better. We are building up to a little $500 experience at Ocean Bar and Kitchen Restaurant. That's going to be given to the best dad joke on Friday.
I have to say, that's one of your best segues ever.
Thank you.
It was good.
I was really happy with that.
You are out of control this morning. Usually it's a Friday.
It's just the dad jokes. It feels good, doesn't it? It feels right.
Well, it feels right for you.
Finally, a space for me to be myself and shine and not feel judgment from you joke connoisseurs.
Look at my eyes. They're full of judgment.
They're always full of judgment when they're not bloodshot. Hey-o.
Hey, it's not my fault my right eyeball spontaneously combusts every now and then.
Whose fault is it then?
I don't know. The eye gods.
Okay, looking forward to doing more dad jokes tomorrow, Jokes.
The most awesome.
Jody and Hazy presents Adelaide's Most Awesome.
Joe's Adelaide's Most Awesome Schnitzel. We've got 5 finalists.
We sure do, and we're going to give them 10 seconds each to plead their case. So we announced the finalists last week. We will announce our winner on Wednesday. Make sure you head to our Nova 919 Facebook page to cast your vote with the corresponding emoji to who you want to win.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds, Sel. 10 seconds is all you have just to convince us all to go to your pub to enjoy the best schnitzel in Adelaide.
Okay, this is going to be frantic and hectic. You ready to get into it?
Yes.
Okay, Justin from the Macclesfield Hotel. Best schnitzel, why?
Yeah, mate, look, we do over 1,000 cindies a week. We keep them fresh and make them all ourselves, crumb them, fresh oil, and away we go. Put a bit of love into it.
There you go. That's all he
Perfect.
needs. That's all Justin needs.
Well done, Justin.
That's
Okay.
good.
All right, let's move on. Helen from the Gungellan Hotel. Good morning.
So we got a saying out at the Gunny Hotel, come to the Gunny and get snip-faced. You won't drive away hungry. We will give you an awesome feed and, come to the Gunny and get snip-faced.
Love that from you, Helen. Thank you so much.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, shit-faced.
Oh, Kim from the Cathedral Hotel. Hey, Kim, go for it. 10 seconds.
Look, if you've been to the Adelaide Oval, you've been to the Cathedral Hotel. If you've enjoyed your city, please feel free to give us a vote. Cheers, guys.
There we go. That's very
Short,
nice.
sharp and shiny. We love that
Short
from
and
Kim.
efficient.
Lee from the Franklin Hotel. Plead your case.
So the meat sourced from the local butcher, the hand crumbs, all our sauces are made in-house and then served by a great staff. If you haven't had one yet, get into the Franklin.
There you go.
That's an accent. What is it,
That's
Hazy?
nice. That's a nice little Irish accent you've got there, Lee.
It sure is.
Oh, that's a small win in itself.
Well done. One more. All right, let's go to Bev from the Lower Light Hotel. Go, Bev.
Hello, how are you this morning?
Good. Get into it, quick.
Okay, we have the best meals because we have a good cook and I have a good supplier. Plenty of toppings and lots of different schnitzels from chicken, beef, pork, porterhouse and a calamari.
It's a good 20 seconds there, Bev.
Very good.
Good 20.
Oh, a little calamari schnitzel there. That's interesting.
Whoa. Okay, there we go.
Nice.
All right, make sure you cast your vote. We need to crown Adelaide's most awesome schnitzel.
It is International Dog Day. Newsreader Abby is in here. Abs, you own 2 very, very inconsistent dogs, don't you?
Inconsistent?
I feel like their moods fluctuate a bit.
They're annoying all the time.
Well, they get that from Mum.
Yeah, strange. Where do they get that from?
Yes, as we know, I have 2 sausage dogs, Tank and Tori.
Yes.
And they are interesting characters.
And Jodes, you have a small little brown rat called...
Take that back, please.
Such a cute little rat.
Oh, well, Sid had a haircut and I think the groomer took a little bit too much off. So she does look like...
I bet she does too.
At the moment with just big ears.
Weighing her 1.4 kilos.
She is tiny.
Sorry, probably 0.4 kilos, wouldn't it?
But she's a killer guard dog, mate.
She could not guard a fly, let's be honest. What about this, though? A study by Canine Cottages, one of the great studies too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas parties, off its face.
Yeah.
Found that dogs not only comprehend their owner's words, but also have emotional responses to them.
Really?
When owners express love by saying, I love you, dogs' heart rates increase by an average of 46%, signalling excitement. Oh, how good a dog.
Oh.
On top of this, cuddling with their owners leads to a 23% decrease in heart rate, indicating a state of relaxation.
Interesting.
Lovely dogs.
So you cuddle them and then their heart rate drops
Because they're so relaxed, and you say I love them, they're like, oh my God, I love you too.
Then why do they try and jump out of my arms every time? Like, I'll have them and I'll be like this with Tori and I'll be like, oh, I love you so much. And she's trying to jump out of my arms.
Yeah,
Does she not want to be relaxed?
There could be some issues with particular owners. I'm not really sure.
I
It
think
doesn't go into detail with this particular study.
I think maybe if you've got Tank or Tori in a headlock saying I love you, that's not relaxing for them.
Yeah. I feel like if I was a dog in that situation, I'd want to escape.
Yeah. See, I always wonder that. I always wonder if dogs know what we're doing and what we're on about.
Yeah.
Like, and when we're mad at them for, say, pooing inside in the walk-in wardrobe once again.
Yeah.
Like, do they understand that?
Well, I reckon they do.
They say it's the tone of voice that you use as well.
Right.
So if you're, we get gruff or we get, like, our tone of voice is lower, they know that they're in trouble. And it's like... dogs, if Tank has done something like got into the bin and I walk out and I go, Tank, he'll like cower, roll onto his back, put his belly up, like, oh, don't hurt me, Mum, sorry.
Good one there, Tank.
Yeah.
What about conversely cats as well? So if you say to a cat, I love you, they'll look at you in the eye and say, oh my God, sweetie, coming on too strong. And then on top of that, if you're like, excuse me, cat, I hate you, they're like, oh my God, I've never been more turned on.
Are you talking about cats or me?
Sometimes people can purchase things on the internet when they're inebriated. It happens. It's a thing.
It's completely fine.
My sister-in-law was telling me the story about how last Friday night she sat down, she was home alone, she was having a bit of a scroll of the internet, and she was looking at some bathers because she's heading to Bali very shortly with her children.
Mm-hmm.
What was
I was just your sister-in-law cracking open another can.
A bintang. So anyway, she was looking at these bathers and she thought, oh, they are nice, beautiful one-piece number. And she thought, they're actually quite fancy. I love them so much. And at the time she was like, she was like, I wasn't quite sure of the brand. I think it was like some sort of fancy French brand like Periardi. So she was like, these are so good. So she smashed by and put them in her shopping cart and away she went.
Straight in my basket.
They went straight in her basket. And so eventually a week later they arrived in the post, and with much anticipation she's opened them up thinking, I've got these beautiful, stunning, new, highbrow, one-piece bathers that I'm going to flaunt in Bali and look absolutely brilliant in. So she's opened them up, and to her absolute horror, they weren't Periardi. They were literally period bathers.
Oh. Sometimes after a few drinks, you just sort of get the letters mixed up in your brain a little bit. There's a big, big difference.
Yeah, and you can definitely think you're seeing something that you're not. So,
Oh my gosh, I'd imagine that the old period undies, and I'm not experiencing this,
No.
are not exactly fashionable.
Yeah, no, not exactly. And you can imagine, Abs, you would understand this situation. They were quite reinforced in one certain area.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Definitely not what she bargained for.
No. And well, did she look at her bank account? Was there a big money difference?
Oh, no, I think they were when I say only, they were like $100 or something like that.
Okay, interesting. Happens to the best of us.
Sure does.
Certainly does.
I mean, I can imagine you would have purchased a thing or two whilst under the influence of a few Cardinals.
There was...
Let's come back
There
to
she
that.
goes again.
We'll come back.
There was... I booked flight. Okay, well, yeah, I booked flights. I got home at like 8 o'clock in the morning and decided it would be a good thing to go to Melbourne to see a boy
that you'd never met.
Hang on a second. Rewind. You got home at 8 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a solid night there, newsreader Abby.
I used to be able to back it up and could go for days. But, yeah, I decided to go and book flights and go to Melbourne later that day.
Of course you did.
That day? Yeah.
That day as well. Did you have a power nap in between? Or
No.
Wow.
Went straight to the airport.
What a machine.
I remember after a couple of beers one night, thinking it was really cool and just trying to channel my inner youth, and I bought about $200 worth of Mad Huey's gear. So remember those Mad... If you've ever seen me wearing a Mad Huey's T-shirt, that was a drunk purchase. It was a genuine drunk purchase.
How many T-shirts do you think that
There was about
entailed?
5 or 6, I reckon. And some of them were baggy, some of them were really tight. I was like, what's going on? Cara's like, listen, champ, you're not 21 anymore.
Yeah.
You're pushing 40.
Yeah.
Was that the start and end of your surfing career as well?
Oh, 100%, yeah. My fishing videos stopped and started right there.
Yeah.
Also, even the other day, I was having a couple of vinos and we were in a bit of a group chat on WhatsApp with a thing called The Snatchers, which is basically a bunch of dads. And one of them was offering cases of wine and I was like, yeah, sign me up. And then this particular bloke, his name is Snook, was like, hey, by the way, I need the money for that case of wine, which I completely forgotten about. He's like, it's worth $180. And I was like, oh, my God.
For a case of wine?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
How'd you get that over the budget with Cara?
Well, I had to explain, I had to sit her down
Yeah.
and explain what was going on. And let me tell you, it did not go down too smoothly.
Oh, okay. So you literally went to your wife with your hand out and said, can I please have some more pocket money this week?
Yes.
Wow.
She reluctant. I had to do some extra chores.
Did you?
But I got it over the line in the end.
Okay. Emptied the dishwasher, did you?
Yep, twice. 13, 24, 10. What are some of those inebriated online purchases that you've made?
What did you buy, Jason, when you'd had a couple?
A few of my mates and I were sitting around a table one night having a few sherbies, and by the end of the night we'd purchased tickets to Thailand, all accommodation paid for and everything. We were gone about 3 weeks later.
Very good. Perfect.
So you managed to pull off the trip?
Yeah, done the trip and everything. Yep.
Yeah.
And now we go back every 12 months now. So,
Oh, there you go. So it's an annual thing.
Started something.
What about work, Jason?
Yeah, annual leave works well.
Do you know what? As well as this is an opportunity for you just to make sure that your mental health is right in check.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is just by getting the boys together and just sharing stories and also sharing some singer beers.
Yeah. Jace, do you have a partner? How did it go down with a partner?
Oh, no, I'm single.
Oh,
I
good.
don't have to answer to anyone.
Yeah, you can do what you want, Jace.
There's no correlation between that.
No. Let's go to Katrina. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So my girlfriend and I were planning a trip to Port Douglas.
Yes.
We'd already booked our flights and we were looking at accommodation. So to celebrate going away without children,
Yes.
we're going from bubbly. Anyway, so we were looking at accommodation online and we really wanted to stay at Peppers. The accommodation looked really nice and so we booked it. When we arrived at Port Douglas, at Peppers there, they're like, oh, we don't have any you're not on our list here.
Oh, no.
And we'd actually booked for accommodation in Palm Cove.
Oh, very good.
And that's sort of a fair way away. And then the lady looked online again and she goes, actually, we've got accommodation for you here as well. So we had I'd booked double accommodation in Palm Cove and in Port Douglas.
You've got to be so careful. Sometimes these days you've got to book in 2 areas at once. Just to be sure.
Did you get a refund for the Palm Cove booking?
Unfortunately, we didn't.
Oh, no. So how much out of pocket were you?
A few, it was, nearly $1,000, but yeah.
Ouch. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much, Katrina. Good morning, Jess.
Morning, guys. $200 is nothing. I spent $3,000 on a local auction for just like gemstones, and they just sit in my jewellery box.
Yes. What sort of gems? What do they even look like?
Well, I've got a sapphire, I've got a diamond, so I've got an emerald. If you're in the market, let me know.
Oh, my God. Jess, were you drinking at the time?
I wasn't. I just thought it would be really cool to buy some gemstones, but it wasn't cool for $3,000.
Oh, my very goodness.
So have you had them like valued or anything, Jessica? What's the retail value?
I don't know. Look, the retail value says that it's more than what I paid for them, but I mean, it's only worth what someone's willing to pay for them. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm sitting on a small fortune. Who knows?
Yes, maybe. Also, maybe not. It's quite a gamble, isn't it?
Could be like when you buy a car and the minute you drive it out of the lot, it depreciates by about 20 grand. Oh, Jess. Thank you so much for your call, Nicole. What did you buy?
I bought a car.
What?
I had 3 drinks and I was just car shopping. Decided the day before that I should go car shopping, and the car salesman asked if I could afford it and looked me up and down, and so I said, "Yeah, I'll have the money in your account on Monday." It was $170,000.
Oh, what was it? What sort of car?
It was an Audi RS4.
Whoa, right.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Oh, my goodness.
That one probably had a little bit more than. So I'm now calm down when I go shopping.
So,
Yeah.
Nicole, you spent $170,000 on a car.
I did.
Oh, wow.
So, Nicole, is there a partner that got delivered
No.
this shocking news?
No, there isn't. I probably could have got out of it had there been one, I think.
Yeah. But is it a nice car?
I do. I do love it. So yeah. And there's no regrets. It's just a lot of money.
Yeah. Far out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
suggestion to anyone going car shopping, maybe go sober.
So, yeah, how good is it now, Nicole? Do you live in the car now?
Yeah, I did have to remortgage my house.
Oh, wow.
170K.
That's incredible.
It's outrageous.